Hello everybody, and welcome to another M19 draft here on the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. And before I begin, I would just like to remind you that if you enjoyed the video, be sure to click that thumbs up and subscribe to get updates for whenever I post new content. But without further ado, let's get into the draft. Okie doke, so Goblin Trashmaster is not a overwhelmingly powerful card. There's a couple other goblins, but not enough for this card to be like a super strong first pick. Enigma Drake, the blue-red spells archetype isn't really insane, so I don't think this card's a worthy first pick either. Novice Knight's not really super great. It's too defensive. Stitcher's Supplier is not great in limited. It's more of a constructed card. Aven Windmage is a card that I do like, but I'm not going to first pick it. Goblin Instigator is a fine card, not insane. You usually want some payoffs for going wide. I think Rabid Bite's the best card in this pack. It's also the only green card in this pack, so we're not sending a green signal. Not that that's relevant, really. You don't really have to think about the signals you're sending. Sparkturn Dragon's a card I'm much lower on than what I was initially. I think I would go Rabid Bite, then Instigator, then Trashmaster, then Instigator in this pack. But I think Rabid Bite is the clear pick. Arcane Encyclopedia is a very slow card. I don't think you want to be really taking super slow cards. You kind of have to have the tools to go and make your grind the opponent out, be a slow deck. You have to have some defensive 2-drops before you take something like Arcane Encyclopedia. Brawl Bash Ogre is a strong card. I haven't loved the black-red sacrifice archetype. I've seen it kind of peter out and fail multiple times when I've been watching videos or when I've played it. So I don't love just taking a Brawl Bash Ogre super early. Essence Scatter is one of my favorite commons in the set. I think it is quite strong at multiple stages of the game. However, I think Skymarch Bloodletter is a little bit better. Flyers are really relevant in this format because the ground is fairly easy to stall. And I think black-green might be a little bit better than blue-green. I'm not sure on the color combinations as of right now, but I think I'm going to take the Skymarch Bloodletter here over the Rocks Oracle as well. I do like Skymarch Bloodletter a pretty decent amount. Kind of punished here, there is an Essence Scatter. I do like Volcanic Dragon a ton. I think it's one of the best ways to win a kind of stalled out game. You just play your Volcanic Dragon, hit them 3 times, and win the game. I don't want to take a Drill Master. I think the choices here are Volcanic Dragon, Sky Scanner, and Essence Scatter. And since it's still so early, I'm just going to take the Dragon. Maybe Red's open. I think this card's quite good. Even if I'd taken the Essence Scatter, I still think I'd take the Dragon. And Red does seem to be open because Dark Dweller Oracle is another card that is quite good. It might not seem super relevant, but the ability to sacrifice your creature to potentially draw more cards is very good. And it's a sack outlet for if you're playing the black-red deck. I still don't regret taking the Skymarch Bloodletter over it. At that point, I wasn't red, but I could end up in a sacrifice-themed deck. I don't think any of the other cards are great. I think Daggerback Basilisk would be my pick if I wasn't taking the Dweller Oracle. Gallant Cavalry is good, but I'm not really in white. I don't really have a reason to be in white right now. Snapping Drake's also fine, but Dweller Oracle is nice. And now, I don't love Diregraph Ghoul. It's fine if you're an assertive deck, but I'm not sure where I'm going to fall on that spectrum. I could just be more of a grindy deck and want something else. I think Lightning Mare is fine, but I think if you're going to have a 2-drop with 1 toughness, you need it to have 3 power for it to really be a fine card, because a lot of the cards that can block it are going to be 1/3s. But Lightning Mare can't be blocked by Omen Speaker anyway. It's just kind of a medium card. I think Plague Mare is a lot better than it. Infernal Scarring is not really what I want to be doing. Hostile Minotaur is not great. I think the pick is between Diregraph Ghoul, Plague Mare, and Lightning Mare. And I'm not sure which one I'm supposed to take here. I think I'm a bit down on Plague Mare from where I was when I started the format. But I still think I like it a little bit better than Diregraph Ghoul. So I think I'm going to take it over the Diregraph Ghoul. That could be incorrect, though. I'm not sure. I haven't played the Diregraph Ghoul yet, but I've had it played against me. And it seemed kind of bad if your opponent's on the front foot against you, but I'm not sure. Okay, here, I think I'm pretty solidly into black-red at this point, though I could still move into something like green. You never know. I don't think I'm going to be playing Salvager of Secrets here. Most of my cards are a little bit more aggressive than Salvager of Secrets. Double Cast is not good. I don't really want to take a Tectonic Rift. I could take a Hostile Minotaur. It's not unplayable. I think I'm just going to do that. Just keep myself in red. Gear per Guide is not insane. Oaken Form's not insane. So Hostile Minotaur is a fine pickup. And here we are. There's an Aviation Pioneer I think is the best card in the pack. Child of Night's the only card in our colors. I don't really want to take that, though. I'm going to take Foul Orchard, and maybe if we end up more of a grindy deck, we could splash, though having a double black card and a double red card makes splashing a bit trickier. But we do have a green card already that we could potentially splash alongside another good green card. I think I'm just going to take the Foul Orchard because it's higher upside. I don't like Child of Night at all. Okay, and on that note, if we wanted to keep doing that, we could take Timber Gorge. Looking at the pack, there's a couple green cards, but none of them are exceptional. The two-headed zombie is not exceptional, so I think we are going to take Timber Gorge, and then maybe we can splash a Rabid Bite or plus another good green card. Two-headed zombie, I don't really want to play it, but I could play it in a pinch. It's not excellent, but it's not unplayable. Rock's Oracle came back. Probably shouldn't be coming back this late. I think that card's a little bit better than people are thinking it is. Maybe green is open in this spot. Marauder's Axe is a fine card as well. I think I'll take the Axe. I don't really love Tormenting Voice. And now Doom Dissenter. If I do end up in the black-red deck, Doom Dissenter is one of the better 2-drops you can have. It works really nicely with Dark Dweller Oracle and other sacrifice cards. I don't really need the Duress right now. And now I'll just take Anticipate because it's the only playable, really. Infernal Scarring is not a card I love. I think it's kind of bad. I don't think I need a second Hostile Monitor, though, so maybe I just take the Infernal Scarring. You never know. At this point, I'm going to have the splash in, but I don't think I'm going to end up with the splash in the deck. So I was hating on black-red, and then I end up in black-red, so probably just Justice. That's how Justice works, I guess. Wow, they passed me a black card. What a signal. The signals. I know Blood Bash Ogre didn't come back. Or it's called Brawl Bash, not Blood Bash. My bad. I didn't expect it to come back. Just because it got taken doesn't mean there's another drafter in black-red. It just means someone maybe hedged on it or something. And it doesn't mean I shouldn't be drafting black-red. Well, Murder is the clear pick here. Best card in the pack by a mile. Lich's Caress is good, but Murder being instant speed is just excellent. Transmogrifying Wand is an interesting one. In the black-red sacrifice deck, you have cards like Doom Dissenter, where you can kind of get value out of that aspect. Like you get Doom Dissenter sacked to a Transmogrifying Wand, and you end up with your 2/2 and a 2/4. This pack is actually absurd for me, though. There's Murder, Lich's Caress. I'd be happy to get either of those. I'd be happy to get a Transmogrifying Wand. Happy to get a Bloodletter, but I wouldn't really want to first pick that. But I think Murder's the clear pick. It's just so efficient, so powerful. Easy pick here. Vampire Unit is a card I like. I think this pack is pretty weak. Rupture Spire is not really what I want to be doing. I'm not really sold on the green splash, but I already do have 2 sources for it. But Vampire Unit's a fine card, so I'm just going to take it. We're going to put the splash in the sideboard for now. Goblin Instigator is going to be my pick here. I do have Dweller Oracle. I could end up with more sack triggers. Also just a black-red kind of mid-rangey deck. This card could be fine. Also with my Marauder's Axe that I have. I think I'm going to play the Marauder's Axe. It's good with Doom Dissenters. It's good with my small flyers, my 2/4s, my Menace guy. So I think I'm going to take the Goblin Instigator here. There's just not a ton in this pack. That's great. The best card is green, but it's a triple green card, so I can't really splash it. Fraying Omnipotence is not a card that I like. I think it's unplayable, so I'm just going to take Shock. Shock is a good red card. Nice efficient removal that can also go face sometimes. Wow, Luminous Bonds, jeez. I actually haven't had a Luminous Bonds in a deck in forever. Even though I play white a ton. It's just such a good card. I'm surprised to see it so late. I'm not going to be able to play white in this draft, but Luminous Bonds this late is pretty crazy. Take Vengeance is also great. I like Fountain of Renewal a decent amount, but I'm not sure if this deck wants it. I think this deck might just want Mind Rot, help me grind out the opponent a little bit better. I think Mind Rot would be a fine card to play in the main deck. Maybe sideboard it, maybe not. I don't like Catalyst Elemental. I'm not sure which is better between Minotaur and Two-Headed Zombie. Minotaur's a better blocker, this is a better attacker. I think I'm just going to take the Walking Corpse, though, just so I make sure I have enough 2-drops. Draconic Disciple, eh? It's not really the type of card you want to splash. Haven't seen a ton of good red cards. I guess I have several, and I have good black cards. I'm not going to splash that, though. I'll just take the Hired Blade. It's just a fine 3-drop. Don't really like Tormenting Voice all that much. Ooh, Poison Tip Archer is a nice one to splash, though. I do like splashing Poison Tip Archer, and because I'm going to splash the Poison Tip Archer, I will splash the Rapid Bite. I think Abnormal Endurance is good in this type of deck, but Poison Tip Archer is just a nice grindy card. It's going to make the green splash worth it, I think. So I think this is going to work out nicely. We're just kind of playing a nice grindy Jund deck. What? How did Shock come back? Doom Dissenter is fine, but Shock is just excellent. I mean, even if it's not at its best in this format, it's still very efficient. I'm very happy to get that Shock back. At this point, my card quality is going to be very high. I can afford to invest in maybe another dual land. Poison Tip Archer is great. Rapid Bite's great. I don't have a ton of sacrifice themes, but I don't have a ton of cards that need to be sacrificed, like Dragon Egg. That's one of the problems, I think, is there's not enough great sacrifice outlets if you do have, like, to go deep on Dragon Eggs. I'll take a Bog Stomper. Maybe I end up siding it in. I'm not going to side in any of the other cards. This deck is awesome. I like this type of deck. I have Marauder's Axe for grinding. I have several just good grindy cards. I wouldn't mind a Macabre Waltz. I like to keep all my non-creatures in a pile. Then just sort by curve. Makes it a little bit harder to see when I have 2 lands in the deck. Oh, I guess Totally Lost is the best card in that pack. I'm not playing any of those for sure. I'm guaranteed not to play any of those, so. Dawning Rift is the only one of my colors. I'm not going to be splashing blue for anything. I'm already splashing one color. Let's take another Walking Corpse, probably not main deck it. Yeah, that card's more playable than the Root Snare, I think, especially because I'm not splashing a Root Snare. Do I have Momir? No, I do not have Momir. Electrify is a nice card. Alpine Moon's not playable in limited. Abnormal Endurance is a card I wouldn't mind, but I think Electrify is just too good to pass up. Havoc Devils is also fine. Epicure Blood's fine, but Electrify is just great. I have quite a few excellent cards in this deck. Nice little synergies. I don't really have any card draw, but all my cards are pretty efficient. I have some 2-for-1s. Do I have any 2-for-1s? Yeah, Dark Dweller Oracle is like a 2-for-1, I guess. I guess I don't have any 2-for-1s. And now I'll pick up this Lightning Strike. Another excellent pickup. If this weren't in the pack, I think I'd take Boggart Brute. I have a great removal suite here. I have 2 Shocks, a Lightning Strike, Electrify, and a Murder. I guess Mind Art's my 2-for-1. And I have a Rapid Bite, which is kind of good with my Death Touch guy. I can pick up any, like, another dual land wouldn't be a miss. I'd probably play it. Apex of Power, not really what I want. Lich's Caress, however, is perfect card for this type of deck. I wouldn't mind a Spark Tongue Dragon, to be quite honest, but Lich's Caress is just awesome. And another Lich's Caress, can't say no to that. Fell Spectre's fine. It is kind of a 2-for-1, but it's not like a huge impact body. And Lich's Caress is just super good. This deck is just so much removal. It's glorious. I'm not splashing blue. Even if I had I'm not going to take a dual land to splash this blue card. I'm not going to play a Recollect. Epicure of Blood is interesting. It's a nice little combo with Vampire Neonate for the late game. I don't really have a ton of great late game. I do have some decent removal. I don't really want another Goblin Instigator. I don't really want a Nakai Ogre. So I guess I'll take the Epicure of Blood. Now another Doom Dissenter, probably over the Diagraph Ghoul. This card just helps me stabilize the ground a lot better. Goblin Motivator, not really want. I'm just going to take a Foul Orchard. Just helps my mana become that much more consistent. and I think I can survive having the tap land. I wonder if this card would be good in my deck. Lose half their life. Bad for me, probably. Just discards half the cards in their hand. I'm probably not going to have a ton of cards in hand. Sacrifice half the creatures they control. I have a couple Doom Dissenter type cards. Goblin Instigator is kind of not good with this card, but Doom Dissenter is. I guess I'm not going to play any of these other cards, so I'll just take Fraying Omniscience. And I could take another Epicure of Blood, or I could take it. I'm going to take Abnormal Endurance. I think this card's going to be good in the deck. I don't really have a ton of entry to battlefield effects. Plague Mare, Doom Dissenters. I guess it's good with Doom Dissenter. I guess I could just take another Epicure of Blood, but I'm just going to take the Abnormal Endurance. I like Abnormal Endurance a fair amount. Smelt for the board. I like one Epicure, one Vampire Neonate. Tormenting Voice for some matchups where it's a little bit slower, maybe. I don't like Rogue's Gloves. You would abandon green. I think the green cards are fine. I don't really want the Ogre. Ooh, Foil Land. I think I can afford the splash, and my deck is defensive enough that I only need to run one forest, and I have a pretty good amount of sources, and these cards are pretty solid. Rabid Bite's not the greatest in my deck, but it's still pretty good. And Poison Tip Archer is just phenomenal. Okay, I don't want Infernal Scarring. I kind of want to play this card, but I know it's bad. These are the cards I'm considering. I'm not going to play the Daggerback Basilisk. Those are the three I'm considering here. What are the worst? Okay, group creatures separately. So I'm going to cut Walking Corpse. Pretty easy. So I have 3 potential adds to the deck. I don't want the Ogre. I don't really want the Tormenting Voice. Maybe I do want Tormenting Voice. I guess I have a Mana Sink here. This is kind of expensive. Marauder's Axe. I guess I could. Fraying Omnipotence seems bad, but I feel like it could be cool. Half the creatures they control round up. I feel like it's bad. I might set it in as some weird scenario, but right now I'm just looking for one more cut. I have a ton of removal. I don't really want to cut any creatures. I could just cut Rabid Bite. Maybe Hired Blade is worse than Onake Ogre. Probably is. I don't think you get enough value out of the flash to make it worth it. Though I do have multiple instant removal spells. Onake Ogre is good with Rabid Bite. Maybe I cut Mind Rot. Kind of like Mind Rot though, it's just a one way to gain a little bit of value. I guess I have other ways to gain value. Okay, so we're going to add one forest. Definitely not 8-5. 7-6 probably. So we have 1, 2, we have 9. Okay, Fraying Omnipotence. So if I have Doom Dissenters, just because I haven't, yeah, there's no way that's got to be. I'm going to stop thinking about that card. There's no way it's good. I just kind of want it to be good because that would be sweet. Because then we could say that we broke it. These are the 2 cards I would consider. I don't really want the Ogre. I think the Hired Blade's a little bit better with the flash because I do have multiple instants I could hold up. And then the Tormenting Voice is would probably be decent, but I already have several tap lands which kind of are clunky and slow and make me fall behind, so we'll keep. This is a great hand. We have the axe plus a bunch of the minions that make axe kind of nice. So we're gonna try to do that. We're going to start with Goblin Instigator because it's more damage. Especially if he doesn't play anything on turn 2. Lovely. We are going to attack. And this kind of plays around Essence Scatter too. That's another reason Hired Blade is kind of nice. And then we're going to flash this in on their end step, then play Marauder's Axe and equip it. Equip the token. Swing in. Giant Spider is my nightmare. Oh my gosh. That's like the actual worst for me. I do have a ton of removal though, I'm not worried. I'm just going to kill the spider right now. I have a ton of other removal, and I just want to get it out of the way. I'm going to get the Doom Dissenter down. If he has Essence Scatter, you can Essence Scatter my Doom Dissenter. And if he wants to attack me for 3, I'm fine with that. Anticipate. Not really what you want to be doing here if you're the opponent. Now I can start moving the axe around a little bit. I'm going to probably just start putting it on the Doom Dissenter. If he attacks, I'll probably just jump. Get my 2/2. No, I won't. I'll just keep the Doom Dissenter around. Bristling Boar, sure. Wind Reader Sphinx, okay. Removal. Dang. I really wish I had a removal spell now. Like a Lich's Caress or a Murder. Oh my god. Obviously. That's just so bad. If I'd had a Lich's Caress, I would just win. I have like 4 removal spells. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Now I just lose. I can't win anymore. He's just drawing too many cards. See, this is the type of deck I want to play against too. All his guys are like 0-4s. I kind of just want to concede. Yeah, opponent just copied this. I have like a ton of removal in my deck. This matchup shouldn't be that bad. He's like all 3/3s, so. He's going to draw 4 cards this turn. Oh my god, that's disgusting. It's vile. Holy smokes. Wow, I was in such good shape until he played his 7-drop. And I didn't have a kill spell for it. If I'd had a kill spell, I would have just won. But as it is, I'm just completely dead on many levels. Oh gosh, that's vile. So I got to see a lot of his deck though. Just have to win games 2 and 3. He's not going to be able to do that all the games. I did flood out a little bit. I used to be on Twitter, Dan Bat, and then I got rid of the Twitter. It was just kind of, it wasn't catching on. Like, all I did was like post when I was going live, and I didn't have a ton of followers, so I just kind of stopped doing it, and I deleted the account. So, yeah. You can just ask me. You can put in the comments of one of my videos. I'm happy to help. An aspiring content creator, as they say. Oh, a snapping drake. I see. He's discarding to hand size. Of course he is. Yeah, we're dead. Yeah, we just lose the flyers. You did that a while ago. Okay, so I want Mind Rod against him, for sure. Tormenting Voice because he's not going to be able to punish my slow starts. And then we'll take out Hostile Minotaur and Hired Blade. Don't need Axe. Axe is one of the better is a pretty good card in my deck because I have a bunch of like little dirtles, like little dirtly creatures. I don't really want Plague Mare either. I'd rather have Plague Mare than Tormenting Voice. I don't think Plague Mare is great in this matchup. Now I only have 11 creatures. Which feels a bit low. We'll keep this. Yeah, 11 creatures. I have a lot of creatures that like are pretty hard to kill, or they make 2 creatures. I'm just gonna play the Dark Dweller Oracle this turn, and then next turn I can discard my Poison Tip Archer with my Tormenting Voice. Oh gosh, give me a land. Please let me kill this. Thank God. This must be killed. Pretty much on sight. No joke, that card is unbeatable. The card is too good. Sure, that's fine. Of course, I find the land to cast the Poison Tip Archer, but you never know how you're gonna run with that type of thing. I'd rather keep the cards that are guaranteed to be able to cast. He's splashing red for something interesting. Two-headed zombie looks like it could be very good this game. I'm gonna try and save Lich's Caress if I can. Wow, 2 activations, you're 80% to win. That's insane. Okay, we're going to attack. Would I rather play two-headed zombie or play 2 creatures? I think I'd play two-headed zombie. Actually, 2 creatures plays around Essence Scatter a little bit better. Perfect. Unbeatable. Oh, I guess. I mean, on turn 2, it's pretty much unbeatable. Giant Spider. Just gonna put my zombie and pass. Whew. I have 3 spells. He has 6 cards in hand somehow. Ancient Pioneer. I don't know if I was supposed to equip it to that guy. Rapid Bite. Unfortunate. That was like my value engine. Feels bad, man. I'm just going to pass with all my mana up. I'm not going to kill the 1/1. Be patient. That's not good for me. Getting back a Rapid Bite. Yep. I'll just pass. Actually, I can attack like this. He blocks. I kill these 2 guys. This guy's going to die anyway. The 1/1s are actually kind of annoying. Snapping Drake. Okay, so he's not using his things. I think I'm going to Mind Rod him this coming turn. Essence Scatter and Rapid Bite are gone. That's a horrible sign. That means he's got his 7-drop in hand. He's going to draw 2 cards off it before I can kill it with Lich's Caress. I should have shocked his Snapping Drake. Ah. Yikes. That was really bad. I probably should have shocked that. I think I wasn't paying attention or something. I had the mana up. Wow. Getting Anticipate. Interesting. So he'll draw 1 card off of his 7-drop. And I'll be able to probably looking for land. And Speaker. I have the Epicure Blood Vampire Neonate synergy set up. I definitely think I'm not favored to win this game, but Bristling Boar. Dang it. I was really hoping he wouldn't have that. Really hoping. Getting pretty aggressive here. Not sure I agree with the line, but he probably has something in his hand to make it worth it. Take 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and go to 4. Or we could go to 6 and block that. I like this play though. Then he has one less creature, but the creature's not really relevant. So saving 2 damage or giving him a 1/3. If I block like this, I take 6, I go to 6. I'm left with a 0/3 and a 2/2 against 2/2, 2/2, 1/3. I'll go to 4. So now I equip, pass. Okay. I don't know if he has Wind Reader anymore. Can't tell. I had to kill that though. I know that much. Okay. Okay. I don't think I can. I don't know if I can beat Wind Reader. This is an insane game if I win this. Oh gosh. I had to kill that one Thopter so I can keep racing. If nothing changes, I will win in 8 turns. I find that unlikely, but you never know. I could also just draw my Volcanic Dragon and win like that. Yeah, he has the Wind Reader. Murder. Rats, no. I'm so close. I was so close. I knew he had that in his hand. I just had to hope he whiffed or something. Or I drew another removal spell. Dang it. Also, I stopped him from drawing multiple cards by killing his Doctors, but... Volcanic Dragon. Dang it, dang it, dang it. How do I only have 12 cards left in my deck? And I still have, like, I don't know. I have 7 lands and 5 spells, I guess. How do I have 15 cards in my graveyard is the question. What the heck? This game has been insane. Oh, man. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I go up to 7. Volcanic Dragon wins me the game. 1 and 12. Drain him again. Oh my gosh, I was 1 point off. You had the Plummet. Why would you ever bring in Plummet against a Mardu deck is the question. Why? Wow. That was insane. Oh, I guess I couldn't have won with my Volcanic Dragon because he had the Plummet. But that was insane. Oh, our deck was so good. I feel like our deck was good. Game 1, we got cheesed out. I mean, maybe our deck wasn't great, but we had 2 Lich's Caress, a Murder. We pretty much needed to draw... I guess we used our Murder that game already, right? We only had a Lich's Caress as an out to this 3-7. The 3-7 flyer is just too good against us. We needed to draw our Poison Tip Archer. Man. That Vampire Neonate was the best Vampire Neonate I've ever seen in my life. What the heck? But anyway, that is going to do it for this draft video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to click that thumbs up and subscribe to get updates for whenever I post new content. If you have any questions about the draft or the gameplay, be sure to leave them in the comments section down below, and I will happily respond with my thoughts or answers. If you would like to catch me streaming live, you can find me on twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. There will be a link to that in the description down below. And yeah, Black-Red once again disappoints, but I think it was a fun deck. I think it definitely could have done a little bit better than an 0-1, but our opponent had that Wind Reader Sphinx, and that was really the problem. I mean, if we drew our Volcanic Dragon before he drew Wind Reader Sphinx, I think we were in good shape. But we couldn't really beat the... We could kill the Wind Reader Sphinx, but we had to use our removal on other things, so it was tough. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I will talk to you next time.